Whoa, okay, so today has been a long day. I got out a little bit early, so that's a plus, and I was like, maybe I should go get waxed. I get waxed by this girl that, I was like, maybe I should go get waxed. I get Brazilian waxes. I've been getting them for about 3 years now, and I have never shaved in between. So I think it's about time. So yeah, I'm about to go with my mom to get my Brazilian wax, and a lot of you guys might be like, oh, that's kind of weird, you go with your mom. No, getting Brazilian waxes is not awkward. I have my favorite technician always do it for me, so every time I get a wax, my mom comes and it's like we have girl talk. So I'm gonna go wash myself real quick and then head to my appointment. Okay, that was crazy. I literally looked in the mirror and I had like my eyelashes on the inner corners like falling out, and I was like, your girl is not about to go have girl talk and get waxed like that, like no. So just put on some more lipstick, exfoliated, and now put my eyelashes back on, and I'm about to go now. Okay, so Vanessa, I'm gonna see you, girl. Bye. Okay, so now I'm with my mom in the car. Oh god, this lighting is gonna be terrible. I apologize in advance, but ooh. But yeah, so today was busy with work. My mom even stopped by to say hello, which was really cute. So yeah, I'll videotape when the lighting is a little better, because hello. Oh god, that was bad. Hello. Oh, she's mysterious. Ooh. But yeah, and then I also have 3 exams next week, so I'm trying to prep myself, do some self-care before then, because as you know, every student feels the stress and anxiety before exams, and before you know it, finals are gonna be here, so that's gonna be great. Okay guys, here I go. See you guys later. Bye. We finished, so that was fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, huh, Mom?
Yes, it was.
So I think I'm gonna give you guys some tips about going to Brazilian wax. A lot of people are really apprehensive and scared, but I have been doing it for 3+ years, and I have become an expert on how to make it as painless as possible. So when I get home, I'll be sure to give you those tips. So okay, hey guys, so this is kind of good lighting right now, so I'm gonna do it before the day ends or before the sun goes down. But I'm sorry, I keep like looking at myself just to make sure that it's focused. But I have a few tricks and tips when it comes to getting a Brazilian wax, because I am very prone to getting ingrowns, especially when I'm stressed out. Believe it or not, the more stressed you are, the more prone you are to getting ingrowns. The more dry skin you have, the more prone you are getting to ingrowns. So I'm just going to share with you guys a few tips and tricks that I like to do. Let me put the camera somewhere steady so I'm not wobbling, because I know a lot of people are not going to like that. So be right back. Okay guys, so I have been getting my Brazilian done in that area for about 3 years now. And I actually first tried it because my best friend in high school growing up, she was Brazilian, well, half Brazilian. And so from as long as she can remember, she's been getting Brazilians done. And she told me like, hey girl, like if you don't want to get these bikini burns and all these other things, I really recommend getting a Brazilian wax. And so I went with her to her appointment, and she was there for my first time, and it hurt like a bee, because I was so tense. I refused to relax, and we ate junk food in high school. So believe it or not, depending on what you eat when you get a Brazilian wax does affect the pain level. So what I learned when I get Brazilian waxes is for about 3 days before, I try to eat as healthy as possible, and this includes extreme hydration. So what I like to do is have hot green tea. And then I also like to drink a lot of water. It is so important to make sure that you are hydrated, because you being hydrated equals hydrating the skin. And so you want your skin to be hydrated and ready to get waxed. Another tip that I have is the day or the day before of your Brazilian wax, do not drink coffee or anything that has too much caffeine. Like, I cannot stress this enough. I have made the mistake of having coffee the morning of a Brazilian wax or like mid-afternoon and then having my wax done later in the day, and I could really tell that there is a difference. I do not recommend it at all. So just make sure you're drinking a lot of water throughout the whole day or before your appointment. So that's step one. So always make sure that you are eating healthy, lots of fruits and veggies, and staying hydrated. Step two, I like to exfoliate before I go to my Brazilian wax. It is common courtesy that about 30 minutes or 20 minutes before your wax, you rinse yourself. Because, you know, especially if you're getting it done later in the day, you know, us women tend to have an odor. And so it's just common courtesy to your waxer to cleanse yourself. Also, that helps open up the pores when you do wash yourself with warm water. So what I like to do is I like to grab exfoliating gloves and kind of just exfoliate my bikini and pubic area before I go to my appointment. So when I get out of the shower, I just pat myself dry. I make sure not to put any lotions or any fragrances or anything on my body or in that area where I'm going to get waxed. That is also very important. So step two is making sure that you exfoliate and rinse yourself before your appointment and making sure not to put anything on that area. So another tip that I have is about 20 to 30 minutes before my appointment, I like to pop 2 Advils. This is essential. This is a must. If I could choose to keep one of these tips, it would be this one. Sorry, my camera stopped recording unexpectedly, but popping 2 aspirins or pain relievers before your appointment actually really helps. And make sure that it's an anti-inflammatory if you can. That really will help. So step 3, make sure that you're taking some pain reliever before your appointment, about half an hour before. Step 4, so during your appointment, relax. I know it's easier said than done, especially if it's your first time, but relaxation is key. Trust me, each and every time after my appointment, I'm like, it's nothing now. Especially my friends that do get it done, like for their first times, they're like, oh wow, like it wasn't that bad after the fact, but during, everyone's nervous. So step 4, make sure that you're relaxed. Step 5, it will not be awkward, trust me. These waxers are trained in waxing the most sensitive part of our bodies. So they are seeing coochies every single day. And so do not be embarrassed, they don't care. Honest to God, they do not care. My mom comes with me to every one of my appointments and we have girl talk with my waxer. And my wax specialist, she's like one of my best friends. Like, I consider one of my best friends. We have, you know, we talk about everything from boys to music to concerts to food. We talk about everything. So it's just kind of like a therapy session in a way, you know, girl talk. But other than that, I hope that these tips help you before and during your appointment. So when it comes to aftercare, this is the most, sorry, my phone is being rude, and if you hear noises downstairs, it's my family. But the most important part to aftercare is preventing ingrowns in my case. So I try to be as stress-free as possible because the more stress-free I am, the better it is for my skin. Another thing that I like to do is gently exfoliate, but I wait at least 24 hours until after my wax is done. So with that being said, I do not do any workouts. Let me just, okay, because I could hear everything downstairs. So when it comes to aftercare, after you get waxed, that is the most essential part of your overall wax because it prevents ingrown hairs. Ingrown hairs could be so pesky, but my number 1 rule when it comes to ingrown hairs is do not pick at them. Every time I pick at them, I freak out because it ends up looking uglier than it did before. So I just say do not pick at them and the ingrown hair will eventually come out on its own. If you do pick on them though, what I learned, especially when the discoloration starts to appear because of the pigmentation being all darker in some places and lighter than the others in that area, I like to add some apple cider vinegar after a shower. A lot of people use this so it doesn't look patchy in the dark spots around your pubic area. So that's one of my tips. For 24 hours after your wax, do not irritate the area. And what I mean by that is do not work out, Do not wear tight clothing. Do not add any fragrant or harsh things to that area, and do not engage in some activity, if you know what I mean. It will irritate the area, and you know, you just had a wax, so you're already kind of swollen, irritation will occur, so just stay away from all that stuff. After your wax, make sure that you're in really comfortable clothing. I always wear cotton underwear for at least 2 days after that. So just make sure that you're doing the least, make sure you're doing the most to make sure that that area is the least irritated. So that's also what I recommend. So when it comes to that whole period of, you know, making sure that you don't irritate the area, then you could actually start caring for that area and prepping that area. And what I like to do is I like to gently exfoliate it with a sea salt scrub. So sea salt is really good for, you know, getting into those little hair follicles, and it really works for me. Or I use the scrubby from Lush. That's really good because not only does it exfoliate, but it really does hydrate the skin. So exfoliation and hydration is key to the area that was waxed. So what I like to do is either I exfoliate with regular soap, Dove soap, or I will use the scrubby or a sea salt scrub. It all depends on you, and it depends on your mood or what you want to smell like. So but be careful, make sure it doesn't get in between your lips, if you know what I mean, because you get it, you could get what's it called when sugar gets down there or something. But be careful because you don't want to cause an infection or anything. So after you get out of the shower and after you exfoliate, what I like to do is I like to hydrate the area with a non-scented lotion or vitamin E oil. Vitamin E oil is actually really good for your skin because it has healing properties when it comes to the skin. So I picked it up at Trader Joe's for, I can't remember, but I know it wasn't expensive at all. So I recommend that because it works really well. When it comes to little hairs here and there, because that's how you're going to start seeing your hair grow back, it's going to be here and there. It's not going to be like after you shave where you see all of it growing at the same time. I like to usually like pluck. Oh my god, I'm sorry, you could see like the light right here. But I usually like to pluck the little hairs, and honestly my pain tolerance is really low and it doesn't really hurt. So all in all, those are my tips and what I've come to learn about exfoliating after a wax and how to prep for bikini wax. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I'm sorry if this was kind of rushed. I have to go to like a family party right now, but I wanted to finish this video, and I knew if I waited, then I wouldn't be feeling it anymore. And I just want to push it out there for you guys because summer is coming and waxes are essential, and I know that many people, you know, are curious about Brazilian waxes, as well as the aftercare and what you have to do to prepare for one, and the pain factor. But I have a very low pain tolerance, and to be honest, I'm fine with waxes. I am completely fine. And maybe it's because I've been doing it for 3 years, but even the first few times, it's not that bad. Make sure to prep your skin, take those pain relievers, trust me, and make sure you are very hydrated. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!